Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Jobber Radio Prediction League. We're going to be going over the JRPL Full Gear 2022 results that happened this past weekend. So first of all, thank you everybody that competed, and congrats to all the winners. Let's go over this awesome card that we had. First of all, if you didn't hear the theme song, a little fire to the fuse, League of Legends. Pretty good theme song here. Broken Nerd on the cover, of course. But little techno song. I'm gonna shut this off, but you get it. You need to check it out. It's a good song. Perfect fitting, I think, for the theme song here at Full Gear. So let's start down at the bottom of the card where we always do. Let's talk about the event highlights. Highest possible score on the night was 63, which I believe highest score ended up going to Cam Popplestone with a 54. So nobody quite hit that 60 mark, but either way, some pretty good scores on the night. Match of the night went to James Sheriff Dog Davenport. Who did he face off against? Yeah, that's right, Ash. He actually beat Ash one-on-one. Big match. We're going to get to that right up here in just a little bit. But got his first ever Match of the Night award. I believe that was number 7 for Ash. So big numbers out of Ash there throughout his career. Match of the night, achievement's going to go to Mawdstep, who won the Road Warrior title. Also got his second different championship. He's a tag team champion, now a Road Warrior champion. 50 career match wins for Broken Nerd. Big milestone here for Broken Nerd. Congrats to him on that. And then that's going to be followed up by Fart Bucket, who actually won on the show. It happened. He won his 10th match. Ironically, the title of the achievement is not a jobber anymore. Definitely not quite the case. He has, I believe, 63 losses to his name. So, hey, he got his 10th win, so let's give it to Fart Bucket. Congrats on that. The Curtain Jerker achievement, 5 wins, comes to rookie Jack Frost there, gets his 5th win. And we're getting somewhere. 1,500 career points. CJ Hawk, big numbers there. Congrats to CJ Hawk on that achievement. 1,000 points on his career. Tagami gets the established superstar achievement. Congrats to him. I know he had a really big gap in there between when he started and coming back. So, hey, still the numbers add up. Big Tagami achievement there. And Rising Star, here's a lot of the rookies here hitting the 200 career mark. Points, that is. Better Than You, DJ Killa Kyle, and Sheriff Dog Davenport got that achievement. So congrats to everybody on all the achievements. We had quite a bit this show. So good stuff there. Let's start off on the show, on the card here, on the kickoff show. Very first match, Angelo DeMarco picks up his first career win in the JRPL, 30-9. Firestorm debuting here on this show. Didn't really have a great outing, but hey, I don't know if AEW is his thing or not. We'll have to see going into the future, but he's got Brock Lesnar as his pick base. Somehow, believe it or not, somehow we have never had Brock Lesnar as a pick base before. Even some people that show up for a little bit and go away still know Brock Lesnar. I don't know how that adds up, but finally we get one here. Firestorm making his debut, unfortunately taking a pretty big loss. I need to actually add another achievement. This is definitely a squash match. So I'm going to go back after this recording and add another achievement for Angelo DeMarco. He gets the squash achievement. All right. So then we got, oh man, I had to look this up. Let me see how to pronounce this name yet again. All right. So it's Rollins Hondo defeats XO Liquid Vamp, 2 superstars making their return to the JRPL. Both of them pretty unexpected, I think. I had no clue XO Liquid Vamp was going to be returning. That is a friend of Magus. So I believe they're roommates too. So congrats to her on making her return. Pretty good outing here, 47 points. Did not quite beat Ralantondo though. He is coming back as a new name. You may have remembered him back in the day, Dr. Tommy Oliver. And by the way, very unfortunate that the results are coming out today too, the same day that the actor that played the Green Ranger, the Dr. Tommy Oliver character and all that, also passed away. So super terrible, really unfortunate news here. It happens to be super weird that it's happening when he's making his return to the JRPL here, Rallentando. But he is picking a new pick base. It is Kevin Owens. We've had I believe Kevin Owens before in the past, but it was somebody that only showed up for like 1 or 2 shows. So, that kind of thing don't really count unless you get a profile, matches or your pick bases don't matter. But Rallentando comes back, gets a win here. Really impressive win, 50 points. Not many people on this show put up a 50-point score. So good return here. So moving on here, we got Fart Bucket. Yes, Fart Bucket defeated the Alpha Dog, former 2-time Road Warrior champion Alpha Dog here. 41-34, Fart Bucket. Congratulations on the 10th win. Look at that smile right there on his face. Got the little buck teeth and everything going on. But yes, Fart Bucket gets the win. Farty B, as he likes to be known right now, gets the win here. Pretty huge upset. Hopefully Alpha Dog does not jump off that cliff that he was talking about, I believe a little while back. Hey, I myself have lost the Fart Bucket, okay? It sucks, but hey, you gotta move on. It's okay. Halcyon defeated Magus here. 46-40. Pretty big win here. Another rookie getting a win. A lot of rookies really showed out here on this show. Looking for a bright future in the JRPL here. Gets the win over Magus, who just had an outstanding Crown Jewel showing at the last show. Almost a perfect card. He had one of the better scores on the entire show, but didn't quite topple Halcyon. I think that's how it's pronounced. I've looked it up. Trust me, I know I'm the worst with pronouncing things. But moving on here, the main event on the kickoff, we had Cam Popplestone defeating DJ Killa Kyle 54-46. I feel so bad for Killa Kyle. He's been putting up very good scores. He was second place for Win a Match of the Night again. He's already won Match of the Night. He came close to Win a Match of the Night on another show. The dude is putting out big scores, but unfortunately, he went against Magus last week, who put up like the highest score on the show, and now he faces Cam Popplestone, who put up the highest score on the show. In the write-up, you go read the little write-up here. I do say, I point out the fact that I think this is just extremely bad luck. I think once Killa Kyle gets out of this little rut he's in, he's starting out 0-6 now. Pretty unfortunate, but he is 0-6. And I think once he gets out of this little bad luck rut that he's in, he's going to start piling on the wins. So he's putting up good scores. So that's the main thing. When you're putting up the good scores, the wins will come. You just got to stay consistent. The losses will not keep coming when you're putting up scores this good, because this would beat almost every, look at the next match. Better Than You and Reverend Dijon, 34-33. Super close match. DJ Killa Kyle would have beat either person in this match. So the wins will come. So speaking of Better Than You and Reverend Dijon, started off the show. Better Than You has been making a point to get on the main show. He is on the main show yet again, and yet again gets another victory here. Only a 1-point win, just squeaked out the win here, but we had 2 heels facing off against each other, with Better Than You literally being better than Reverend Dijon in this match, but only by a point. So it was close. Very close matchup here. Next up, we got Tagaby, who's been looking absolutely fantastic lately, going against Kyoko, who's been doing a really good job too. Very proud of Kyoko so far here and the return of the JRPL. And what a match we had here. Tied, no contest. Nobody, unfortunately, gets the win. But hey, nobody gets the loss. Just 2 really good scores, really good performances here. So hopefully we'll see how these 2 superstars can progress going forward. I know the perks, maybe they didn't quite kick in enough to get the dub for Tagaby here in this match, but really good performance. He's going to have some really big matches to come in the future. We'll talk about that later. So Tagaby and Kyoko, good showing here, but nobody gets the win. Jack Frost, the tag team partner of Reverend Dijon here, he does get the win, 38-31 over Chappers. Chappers was looking good at the very beginning of JRPL Return, and then just recently has started to hit a couple little bumps in the road. He's now got back-to-back losses. He lost last show at Crown Jewel against 3J Platnum for the Road Warrior title. His former partner got a shot this show that we'll talk about here in a little bit. But Jack Frost, absolutely killing it. He is a rookie that is making a really hard run for Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the JRPL. So when the jobbies come next month, you need to remember the name Jack Frost. Also, you need to remember the name James Sheriff Dog Davenport, because he beat Ash, former world champion, former dude who, I say former dude who's been tearing it up. He's still tearing it up. Look at these scores here. Match of the night honors went to these two. Like I said earlier, 52-50, really close matchup. Davenport gets the win, monster win, and the write-up, you go read it, easily the biggest of his career. And for the actual write-up on this match, it was pretty much a lot of it was Sheriff Dog Davenport basically is like this unstoppable force, basically, that is really hard for Ash to overcome. And just when he thinks he does, Davenport comes in and takes the win out from under him. You need to go read it. It's a fun write-up. It's not a whole lot of craziness going on. This is more of one of those straightforward, regular wrestling match write-ups, ones that I really enjoy writing, because I think anybody can come in with all these crazy ideas of, 55 people interfering and 55 million, light tubes and barbed wire and chairs and baseball bats. That stuff to me is the easy stuff. Right in the matches that are just straightforward, that's, I think, where the real challenge comes in. And I think you need to read this write-up because these guys did a really good job. So I tried to do my best on having a good write-up for them for match of the night. So go check it out. Next up, speaking of craziness in the write-up, we got the $1 Million Mines defeating the Apex Predator. CJ Hawk and Spring Tigers take their first loss as a tag team, as $1 Million Mike and Alaska Brown go back-to-back wins. They had a huge win at Crown Jewel 2 weeks ago against myself and Kyoko, and now they find themselves back-to-back wins. In the write-up, very funny stuff happened here. Basically what happened, CJ Hawk is going for a pin attempt on $1 Million Mike. Next thing you know, he gets the 1, 2, lights go out, right? Like, wait, what? Huge thud. All of a sudden, CJ Hawk's laid out. Like, wait, what the world's going on here? Then later on in the match, Spring Tigers is the legal person going against $1 Million Mike. She gets laid out. Or sorry, she lays him out. She lays him out, goes for the pin. 1, 2, lights go out again. What in the world is going on? Is somebody coming out? Is somebody messing with the lights? What's happening? 2 thuds were heard this time. Next thing you know, CJ Hawk and Tigers both laid out. $1 Million Mike picks up the win. 82-75. Pretty good scores here out of these two teams. And during the celebration, the $1 Million Mines are heading up the ramp. And $1 Million Mike says, wait a minute, let me jump off the ramp, run over here to the lighting crew, pulls out a stack of dollar bills. I don't know if they're 20s, 100s, I don't know what they were. Who knows, they could have been ones, I don't know. And he pulls them out of his tights and shoves them right into the pocket of the lighting guy. Ladies and gentlemen, the $1 Million Mines have done it again. They have, let me unplug my headset here, it's making some sound. The $1 Million Mines have done it again and paid off some crew. Last time it was the Saudi officials. This time it's the lighting crew to make sure they didn't lose the match. It's you know what? These guys, they got something going. And in the write-up, I put in there, I believe the last words were, let me close this one down, open this one up. Yeah, they can't keep doing this. Somebody at some point has to stop the $1 Million Mines from just paying everybody off. They're just going to win the titles, and nobody's going to be able to stop them unless somebody puts an end to them paying everybody off. So, big win here. $1 Million Mines take back-to-back wins. Next up, we got Woody versus Luke. Woody taking the win here, 39-24. But what happened in the write-up was obviously Luke destroyed Fart Bucket at Crown Jewel. Very bloody, very brutal attack on Fart Bucket. He won via ref stoppage. This time, it wouldn't quite get to that point because he did try the same tactics against Woody. He busted him headbutt face first into the headbutt into the nose of Woody. He goes down, hits him with a running knee, gets on top of him. Pulls off his eye patch. Woody's eye patch was pulled off here. The ref tries to step in. Luke Gray loses cool. Well, I don't think he ever had his cool, and punches the ref, shoves him out of the way, instantly gets disqualified. So Woody does win the match via disqualification here. Luke Gray ends up shoving his thumb into the eye socket here of Woody. Very brutal. Out comes a bunch of staff. He's trying to attack Woody, and then out comes Fart Bucket. Because if you read the write-up, or if you just remember from the past, Fart Bucket was closely related to both of these guys. He was the mascot of the Solution, very closely in Woody's corner. And he was also Luke Gray's tag team partner. So he's got ties to both of these guys. And Woody was, believe it or not, doing the right thing here. He was stepping up, trying to defend Fart Bucket after the absolute beatdown. Because there's been a lot of people say a lot of stuff about Woody going on and throughout the years of the JRPL, but he was actually doing something right here and stepping up for a friend that was brutally beaten down, who ended up getting a win tonight, by the way. But next thing you know, Luke attacks Fart Bucket as he comes out. He gets pulled off by all the staff members. Fart Bucket goes over to Woody, and Woody's just like, you know what? Screw you. Shoves Fart Bucket down. Fart Bucket has this nice little moment where he's like, I pictured almost like like a hurt puppy, like, oh no, here, please take your eye patch, like almost like the puppy dog eyes type deal. And Woody's just like, you know what? Screw you. Kicks his hand and storms out of the ring, just covering up his eye with his own hand. He's kind of done with the Fart Bucket, the Luke situation. He's fed up. He got his thumb shoved into his eye. He's pissed. Luke Gray something is just clearly wrong with Luke Gray. Hopefully we're going to see here in the weeks to come, maybe the months to come. We'll see. Who knows when it'll be released, but we're going to have to find out what is going on with Luke Gray. It might be stuff behind the scenes. It might be stuff outside of wrestling. We'll have to see what is affecting Luke Gray and what is making him act this way, where he's lashing out against Woody, against Fart Bucket. We'll have to see. So there we go. Next up, we got a hardcore match. Broken Nerd defeating myself. Bomber, 31 for me, 41 for Broken Nerd. He gets the win. This match was basically when you read the write-up, it's more of a passing of the torch in the hardcore, I guess, division, or just, the market of being, that best deathmatch wrestler, best hardcore wrestler in the company. For the longest time, Bomber, he's got the most hardcore wins. I know I'm talking in third person, but just talking about the character here. He's got the most hardcore wins, got the most deathmatch wins in the company. But Broken Nerd lately has been the guy that has been known as taking the torch and running with it as the best hardcore wrestler in the JRPL. So Bomber said, you know what? I'm going to put the tag team division to the side for a moment. Kyoko, take a step back. Here we go. I'm going one-on-one. I'm going to see if he really does have what it takes. Broken Nerd's got to go through me to see if he really is the best in the league. And as you can see, he is. He took me down. 10-point victory here for Broken Nerd. The baton was handed off, or I said it like a hardcore torch was passed or something, or the barbed wire torch was passed or something like that in the write-up. Really fun write-up here, hardcore match. Afterwards, it looks like Bomber's going to lash out at Broken Nerd, but he spins him around and instead gives him a handshake, kind of give him that respect, and holds his hand up, like saying, hey, this is the guy now. He, Bomber's basically acknowledging that Broken Nerd is the hardcore, guy in the company right now. So, good fun right up there. Good match with Broken Nerd. So very cool. 3 matches left on the card. We got Road Warrior title on the line. Mawdstep defeats 3J Platnum. He only had 1 successful title defense, but hey, that's more than a lot of people get. 41-21, pretty big victory here for Mawdstep. Basically, throughout the write-up of this match was Mawdstep trying to get into the head of 3J Platnum, and she couldn't really get into the head of 3J Platnum until she brought in the Road Warrior title that he, holds so near and dear to him, because, hey, titles are important for 3J Platnum, as they should be for a lot of people, in the company. But 3J Platnum saw Mawdstep take the Road Warrior title, take a trash can from on the outside of the ring, and she was about to throw it away, about to disrespect the title. He comes running in, or comes jumping off the ring apron to the outside. She catches him midair because, Mawdstep, she's a bigger girl now. She can handle her own here. She catches him midair and boom, spine buster on the floor on the outside. She rolls him into the ring, puts the title on his chest. She's going to hit her elbow drop finisher. 3J Platnum rolls out of the way, holding on to the belt. He's going to safely put it to the side over in the corner of the ring. Mawdstep gets up, runs over, charges into him, giving him a shoulder block in the back, forces 3J Platnum to smash face first into the corner turnbuckle while he's holding the title face first into the title, knocking him out cold. She rolls him over, ends up getting the victory over 3J Platnum, and takes home the Road Warrior Championship that she was pretty much just straight up disrespecting. So we'll see where this goes. We have Mawdstep getting her first ever singles championship in the JRPL. Big stuff. Big career goals here for Mawdstep. As we said earlier, her second different title in the company. So here we go. Moving on to the second match from the main event here. The number one contenders match for the JRPL Top Lock Championship. CM Carlito defeated Wookie and Jut 9, 46, 31, 26. So basically, CM Carlito had the best score, or had either the best score or the second highest score at Crown Jewel. Comes in, gets a major win again under his belt. One of the hottest, best momentum wrestlers in the company right now. There's several others, obviously Broken Nerd. It was Ash before this loss here, but several other wrestlers in the company right now are on some major tears. CM Carlito is one of them. So in the write-up, basically, he never hit his finisher. He outsmarted and he used his athleticism, outshining both Wookie, Jut 9 the entire time. Jut 9 hit his go to sleep on Wookie, was about to get the win. CM Carlito took the advantage of the opportunity there, grabbed Jut 9 when he wasn't looking, chucked him out of the ring, and scored the pinfall over Wookie from Jut 9's finisher. So a little outsmarting as well came into play for this CM Carlito win. So all around, CM Carlito just outperformed everybody in this match, rightfully getting the opportunity to take on Orestella at I haven't named the show yet, but it will be in December. It will be next month. It will crown our new Top Lock champion. The title's been vacant for a long time. It's about time to put that title around somebody's waist. So on to the main event. As you can see, the mystery partner and the person joining Team Warden and WarGames will be JJ Rocky. The Warden has picked his third man on the team, and unfortunately, they still got the loss here. Very close, 127 to 121. Extremely close matchup here. Everybody performed very well, but just by the skin of their teeth, Team Costner gets the win. James Costner, Orestella, and Rate Wrestle got the victory in the main event yet again. It keeps happening, people. Costner cannot be stopped, and you need to read the write-up. A whole lot happened in this write-up. This is one of the ones where I said, it's easier to write, it's crazy stuff happening. So basically, we did end up seeing the full teams revealed, the 5-on-5. JJ Rocky was revealed at the beginning to be the third man for the Warden's team. Later into the match, we had Mawdstep come out, who just recently won the Road Warrior title, and assist James Costner, showing that she has joined his team. So that is their fourth member. And who was their fifth member, may you ask? Coming on down to the bottom, it's Raleonado. He came back specifically to join James Costner's team, apparently. So we don't know if this is almost a one and done situation. We don't know if he's going to bounce after Survivor Series, but we know he is here to assist James Costner in trying to take down the JRPL yet again. He was somewhat related in that over time, but throughout the years, I guess. But we're going to see what happens here with James Costner. We're going to see if James Costner can get the job done. He's got his 5-man team. So what does that mean? Who was the other two teammates to join the Warden? Well, that would be the Apex Predators, CJ Hawk, and Spring Tigers came down to the ring to try to help out. But in the end, it didn't matter, because during all the chaos, during all the, all the extraness of this main event, it came down to the Warden. He was going to put James, I think it was going to be a pile driver. I forgot what exactly. I don't think it was a pile driver. I have to go read the write-up again. But hey, you know what? How about you go read the write-up? How about you go read the write-up and you see exactly what happened? All I can tell you is this. The Warden was about to do something pretty big to James Costner. Next thing you know, Orestella comes in after we're doing all the chaos, of course, the confusion, the several referees, by the way. I believe there were 3 different referees that had to come down there this match. Hit the low blow on the Warden, ended up getting pinned in a roll-up from James Costner. So actually, when it's on paper, James Costner once again pinned the Warden. So, man, it's hard. Every single turn, Team Costner has bested Team Warden. Every single outing. So now they get advantage with this win. They get advantage in the WarGames match. What is going to happen? Are they going to just completely just clean sweep Team Warden? Or are they going to win all the battles? They're going to have everything said and done. But when the big match comes, come Survivor Series, come WarGames, are they going to lose? Are they going to choke with the big match on the line? Is Team Warden going to finally come through and finally get that big W, get that big win? We're going to have to wait and see. That is the beauty of it, because at the end of the night, James Costner got singled out, thrown back into the ring when the 4 other teammates are on the outside of the ring watching, kind of afraid to jump in because they had the advantage against them. When Team Warden surrounded Costner and just laid him out. Legit boss, hit her finisher on him. JJ Rocky also stopped Costner from escaping, gave him a big power bomb. They basically ended the show, all circled around Costner, all celebrating, looking good. So right going into Survivor Series, WarGames, Team Warden's looking like they're on top. They haven't won a single freaking match, but they got the last laugh heading into the match. So that is how we are going to end the main event. But there's one other piece of information, another, big moment that happened on the show. The Survivor Series match teams, the Survivor Series teams were revealed because there is only going to be one Survivor Series match at Survivor Series this year. And it is going to be the JRPL veterans versus the JRPL rookies. First off, the veteran team will be captained by Cam Popplestone. He came out and announced his hand-picked people on his team. First up is going to be former world champion Jut9. Now, the crowd didn't really like that because Jut9 is not, the biggest fan favorite. But Cam said he knows what he's doing. You got to trust him with this pick, because next up, he selected Chappers to be the man who has shed his mask and looking for his own new path in the company. So Chappers has a chance to do that for the veteran team at Survivor Series. The next man on the team would be Tagaby. And then he would, obviously Tagaby was in the first Survivor Series match. He captained Team USA to a defeat against Team UK. And that basically is going to be the driving force, hopefully, Cam says, for Tagaby to really come through and get that Survivor Series win that has eluded him since 2017. And the last person on Team Cam is Broken Nerd, one of the biggest, he forgot one of the D's in there, but one of the biggest superstars with the most momentum, undefeated so far since the return. Broken Nerd is going to be a huge part of that team. We're going to see if he can help them get the win at Survivor Series. Because you don't want to be on the veteran team and lose to the rookies. You just don't want that to happen. So Robert Graham, the COO of the JRPL, brought out DJ Killakyle, who has been absolutely doing great stuff, even though he's been losing. He's been putting on the good matches. So DJ Killakyle has been selected to be the rookies team captain and say, you know what? This is your opportunity. You've been losing, but we're going to give you this chance to build your team and get your first win and let it be a huge one. Next thing you know, the War Inside by Switchfoot blasted out over the PA system. Out comes Alaska Brown and $1 Million Mike. So Alaska Brown took the microphone. $1 Million Mike took a stack of hundreds, handed it to DJ Killakyle, who's the captain, and he walked off happy as all could be. And it appears the $1 Million Mines have yet again paid somebody off. Alaska Brown, who is a veteran, not the team, not a rookie, by the way, obviously. He is now the captain of the rookie team. The $1 Million Mines have bought their way into the Survivor Series match where Alaska Brown has bought the captain role, and immediately, obviously, he names $1 Million Mike as his first partner. Next thing you know, he brings in the Chaos Inc. Even though they beat him, they are one of the better tag teams in the division, the small division that is at the moment. But Jack Frost, who's destroying right now, and Reverend Dijon, who's definitely held his own. So they're on the team. And then rounded out the team, they named Better Than You for the final man on the squad. So there you go. You have your 5 team. You have your 5 people on each team. It's going to be wild. So it's going to be the veterans versus the rookies, even though on the rookies, you got Alaska Brown, who bought that captain role. So fun developments there. I think it's fun anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed that little write-up. You need to go through and read it all. It's a lot of fun as it goes through the whole development. But that is JRPL Full Gear 2022. I think the write-up came out very good. I'm hoping for some more input from everybody. I'm not getting a whole lot of input. I'm having fun, writing the stories and coming up with all the developments and everything like that. It is a lot of fun, but I want you guys to, be involved too. I want you guys to, have more control over your character. So please, please, please hit me up. Let me know what you want to do, and we can go wherever you want these stories to go. And if not, we'll see where they go when they happen. So that is it, guys. That is the end of Full Gear 2022. We have everything pretty much laid out. You're going to have to tune into jrpl.jobberradio.com to see the final card for Survivor Series, which is going to be posted this week. It is going to be a major event. It is the biggest show of the year. Hopefully one of the better shows we've ever had in the JRPL's history. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good show. You don't want to miss it. So that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you stuck through it. And I'm going to drink some water because my throat's dry now. All right, that's it, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next video.